Hey y'all, I'm Heather Przansky, life and business coach, and I wanted to make this video today to talk to you about when you tell yourself it's not working, right? So when you tell yourself it's not working, what happens, right? When you tell yourself it's not working, really and truly, you are setting yourself up for personal defeat. You are stepping yourself out and you are choosing to accept that defeat. You're accepting that failure and you're moving on to something else instead of realizing that, Rome wasn't built in a day, right? You can choose whether or not you want to continue to keep doing that work. You can choose whether or not you want to continue to allow that strategy to really forage and grow and to really give it some time to see whether or not it's working. I see so many people and they'll try something for like a month or 3 months and then they give up on it. And they're like, it didn't work. Well, how do you know, right? Like, how do you know it didn't work? What were you measuring other than dollars in your bank account, right? Like, why is it that you are choosing to give into your emotion or your lack of commitment? You're allowing those things to defeat you. A lot of times, sometimes it's not just about what works and what doesn't. It's about the intention behind the work, right? So I actually recently, I set an intention to sign up 6 new one-to-one clients. I was like, you know what? I am moving forward to signing up one-to-one clients for an entire year instead of in sort of 3 to 4 month segments, because I find that a year is the perfect amount of time for us to really work through things. And at the end of the year, then I release them at least for a month or two so that they can come back, they can learn that, yeah, I can do this without a coach. But it really takes a year. 12 hours in 3 months, really, that's not enough time for us to really deep dive into every aspect of your business and to really just create something magical. And it really isn't enough time either for you to cycle through all of the different mind shifts that you're going to go through in the life of your business. And so I set this intention. I'm like, I'm going to bring on 6 new one-on-one clients that are signed up for an entire year, right? Well, how am I going to do this? I'm not going to think about what will work or what won't work. What I do is I set out my intentions and I say, I am going to commit to reaching out to 20 people and just connecting with them every single day. And so I do that. I send messages to people every single day, little voicemails to 20 people every day. And I'm like, hey, I've never connected with you. I would love to connect with you. And we book calls and we connect. And sometimes they become clients. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes they become really great referral sources. Sometimes they become great joint venture partnerships. I've gotten a couple great appearances out of doing this. It is fantastic. It's a great way to sort of set yourself up and set that intention. Now, when I started this last week, I sent out my 20 messages, and then I had 2 people contact me for a discovery call outside of these 20 messages. So my intention was there. It wasn't that sending the 20 messages that worked to book those 2 discovery calls. It was more so just the intention and the energy that I was putting forward, and to say, and call to the universe, I'm going to do whatever it takes, and I'm going to be open to any opportunity that comes my way. And, that really happened. They just sort of reached out to me. They're like, hey, I'd love to do a discovery call with you. I've been following you. I am talking to other coaches, but, I'd really love to chat with you. And so we're talking this week. So, how cool is that, right? When you sort of set your intentions and you start taking massive action. Most people won't call 20 people in a day, right? And I'm not cold calling them. I'm not saying like, hey, do you want to buy my shit, right? I'm just simply reaching out and being like, hey, we haven't connected. We're friends on Facebook or we're in this group together. And I just love to get to know you. Like, I would really just love to connect with you and get to know you a little bit more. And so, we have this fear around like, oh my gosh, people are cold calling me or whatever, but really it's just connecting with people. And if I connect with more people, then I have the chance to collect more no's. When I collect more no's, I'll have more yeses in that pile. And so, it's not about what's working, what's not working. It's about me getting in front of as many people as possible by any means necessary and just doing it, right? So stop thinking about what's going to work, what's not going to work. Set yourself up and start doing the work, right? So many people who have kind of blown up big, they did something recurringly over and over and over on a daily basis for like 18 months, 2 years before anybody even started paying attention. So really and truly, I mean, what makes you think that in a couple weeks or in a couple months that people are all of a sudden going to notice you? You're going to become famous. You're going to be like the next influencer, like whatever it is, right? You need to be doing the work and you need to be doing it consistently, and you need to always be coming from this place of intention. Like, I'm going to do this because it makes sense and I'm going to be open to the opportunities that come my way, but I'm going to take so much action that there's just no way that this isn't going to happen for me. That is how you create your success. So speaking of success, Step Up Society is now open, and if you're not already a member, you need to be. It's just $97 a month. That's less than a Frappuccino a day, honey. Like, you need to get in on this because you are going to receive weekly coaching and mentorship trainings for as long as you're a member. So really and truly, I mean, you're getting over $52,000 worth of training each and every year. For as long as you're a member, you have access to it. You can work on week 1 for 4 weeks if you need to. This is not a step-by-step program. Instead, it is more of a member-run, member-led resource library where we are building out the coachings and the trainings and making sure that you guys are able to continue along your journey. So if you want to join that, it is heatherprestanskycoaching.com/Step Up Society. That's where you can become a member. And I really, really hope to see you inside. I think it would be awesome. There have been some really great breakthroughs. I'll post some testimonials later today or later this week, and you guys can check them out. All right, we'll talk to you soon. Bye.